Hey, what's up, gamer? Skelemystyk. I know, by now, guys, I know you've seen every video possible on Wizard101 and the DDoS attacks, the hacks, the intrusion, whatever way they have phrased it. I know you've seen every video that's possibly possible about this, and you don't really want to hear another. Guys, honestly, I know. Please don't beat me. I have to make just one more. I have to make just one more due to the number of comments, concerns, worries, and whatnot like that is literally blowing up my comment section in the videos and blowing up my social media with people worried about this, that, and the other. Is this going to happen? Are they going to do that? What's going to happen? All those kind of things. It's still going on. I'm getting a million questions, and that's all I'm doing all day is answering questions and assuring people's worries. So I have to make just this one more. Please bear with me. Don't beat up on me too bad, and we'll get through this together. All right, the first thing I'm going to do is run through a couple of truths and falses, because the most common ones, because these are the ones I keep getting over and over again. Guys, okay, yes, the DDoS attacks are still ongoing. It is not as strong and or as prevalent as it was that first day, but yes, they are still going on. Okay, now, DDoS, distributed denial of services, what DDoS means. For those of you who haven't heard this by now, that's what it means. Essentially, what happens with a DDoS attack is KingsIsle's servers are sent information. They're sent such a volume of information that it creates a bottleneck until their servers can't take anymore. I'm explaining this as layman's terms as possible. Until their servers can't take anymore and nothing else can be accepted by them. Okay? So basically, if you have a tiny little 1-gallon jug and you're trying to pour 1,000 gallons of water through the neck of that jug, it's going to stay full for the longest time. It's going to overflow down the sides of the jug because there's too much water. It's the same thing with the DDoS attack. There's too much information being put to the servers and they can't handle it. That's how a DDoS attack works. Now, that being said, a DDoS attack is not the same as a hack. It is not. What that means is, with this DDoS attack, you will not lose your Wizard101 account. You will not lose your financial information. You will, in fact, not lose anything that your account already has, except for time. Which brings me to the next question. Will Wizard101 comp you all the time and or the event time and or the membership time for the period that this DDoS attack is going on? I cannot say 100% yes without a doubt that they will, because I don't work for KingsIsle. I'm just a poor little YouTuber. Okay, I cannot say that they will, but I can say that from my experience, they more than likely will. Okay, while the DDoS attack is not the customer's fault, it's also not KingsIsle's fault. And I feel that, I know, I'm going to get some comments about being a tool of KingsIsle, whatnot like that, but guys, it ain't true. I play my own game and do my own thing. Anyway, while the attacks are not the customer's fault, they're also not KingsIsle's fault. And they really aren't obligated to give anything back. But I think that they will. I think personally, from my experience, that they will extend the time for member benefits, you know, the gardening, whatnot like that. And perhaps for memberships, that one's a little more shaky, but I would imagine they would do it anyway. Now, again, not written in stone, but I think that's what they will do. So if you've lost some membership time from this, not being able to play, if you have lost some, you know, event bonus time from not being able to play, I'm pretty sure, without a doubt, they will extend those. Pretty sure. Now, the next thing that people seem to be worried about. Excuse me, I'm a little bit scratchy today. There we go. Better. Your garden plants. That's another one I hear. Because of the member benefit, because of the double gardening bonus, I'm hearing a lot about plants. Okay, guys? Do not believe what your brother Joe, what your mother Mary, or what your cousin, sister's brother Archibald told you. Do not believe those things. If you last left your house and your plant needs we're all satisfied. Your plants will be fine when you go back next time. Okay, one more time for everybody who didn't get that the first time. Your plants, if they were well tended when you left, will be fine whenever you come back again. I know a lot of people right now are trying to think they can sneak in and get their plants tended real quick because they want to get as much double gardening benefit bonus as they can. I know that's what it is. A lot of people trying to sneak in and get that done, and they're getting kicked offline while their plants still have needs, and then they're wringing their hands and worried. Okay? The fact that I'm pretty sure they're going to extend the gardening benefit with the DDoS that's currently going on, I would just leave the plants alone. Stop trying to grab as much as you can and then getting logged off and then having to worry about it. If you just wait, you'll be okay. If you go in and try to grab as much as possible and you get logged off while you're tending your plants and they still have needs when you get logged off, then you have to worry. Okay? If you can't get back online, then you have to worry. Now, they will reach the wilting stage before they reach the dead stage, which means that for some reason, if you can't get back while you were tending your plants and you wait more than a day and you come back, they will be wilted. They won't be dead, but they will be wilted. And whenever you do tend them, they will start back over at the beginning of mature. Okay, which means that you won't really get to collect the benefits anyway, because you'll have to wait till the first harvest at mature to get anything out of them. So, you can risk it and go and try and tend your plants and get those bonuses while you can. But if you do, you run the risk. That's exactly it. You run the risk of getting logged off while that's going on and having your plants wilted and then not being able to collect anything anyway. Because by the time they go back to mature again and start putting out stuff for you to get, the benefit will likely be over. So, you have a choice here. Leave your plants alone until the DDoS attacks are over with, and then just use the extended time that I'm pretty sure King's Isle is going to give you, or risk it. But if you risk it, you risk it. It's at your own risk. Okay, I don't know about me, but at least I have warned you. I don't know what other YouTubers have said about the plant situation, what I haven't. So maybe you've been warned from somebody else too. But that's your two choices. Wait until you think it's safe, or run the risk of having your plants go to wilted and then back to mature and not getting stuff. So either way, there you have it. All right, that is plants. Plants will not die for any other reason than that. If you left your plants well tended, you can come back next month and they'll be right where you left them the way you left them. Because that's how the plant situation, or the plant gardening thing on here works. That's how it works. Don't let anybody tell you different. I have personally seen this hundreds of times whenever I didn't tend my plants the way I was supposed to. Okay? It will be fine. I think we've covered all that. Okay. Now, let's see. The DDoS, I got that covered. The hack. This is not a hack. This is not a hack. In spite of what you may have heard, in spite of what you may think you know, this is not a hack. They are not going to get your credit card information with what they're doing. They are not going to be able to take and sell your wizard with what they're doing. Okay? I know I've repeated this, and I know I've repeated it, and I know I've repeated it. I understand that. But it seems like this is bearing repeating because so many people are still, after several days of this now, still either uninformed or still just worried, naturally, what have you. And I'm really trying to cut that down. Now, there's one more thing I want to talk about in this before we go. And that is, yes, the DDoS attacks were pretty much all-encompassing on the first day, and they have been reduced since then. There are still people who cannot get online. There are still people who cannot get online periodically. So there is still some residue of the DDoS attack here. Areas that seem to be affected. That's the important part of this segment. Areas that seem to be affected worse. I took a poll last night of all of my stream viewers, and I've been asking around to see what's going on. And I've come up with sort of a rough map of the worst affected areas to the least affected. I am in Ohio, and I have not been, since the first day, I have not been affected at all. I have had reports of brief interruptions towards the eastern U.S. That means like Delaware and the Carolinas and Florida and that type of area. I have heard reports of limited outages. In other words, where you get logged off, but 10 minutes later you can come back on again without too much trouble. And it seems like, I don't know why. Honestly, I do not know why. It seems like going from the East Coast to the West Coast, it gets worse. It seems like the people in Texas and Missouri and Kansas and the middle states of the U.S. are experiencing more trouble than the people on the East Coast. It seems like the people on the West Coast, that's California, Oregon, Washington, those states, those are the ones for some reason, again, I have no idea why, but those are the states that are experiencing the most trouble. They are either getting booted off every 5 minutes or they can't get on at all. Kings Isle has also posted a notice that the UK servers are having trouble as well. And if you're on a UK server, you're a non-US based user, and or you have a poor internet connection and or poor computer, you're having more trouble logging on and dealing with the DDoS attacks than people in the areas that I've already mentioned, or people with, already good built gaming computers, that type of thing. Okay. Certain people are having more problems with the DDoS attacks and logging back on and being able to play than certain others, but it's based on geography and it's based on your own personal computing equipment. And it doesn't seem to have, other than the east to west pattern that I've just outlined, it doesn't seem to have a fixed pattern anywhere. Some people are getting logged off periodically. Some people are not getting logged off at all. And some people are having the worst trouble ever. It looks like so far depends on what state you live in. By all means, if you are concerned about this thing, go ahead and blow up my comments some more. Tell me what state you live in, and I will try to get you the best current data that I have regarding your situation and the DDoS attacks. All right, guys. Thank you very much for putting up with this video. I know I've already made a couple of these, and I know you've probably already seen about 100 of these. I think every YouTuber who's involved with Wizard101 has made a video about these, and you probably are just about sick of seeing them. And as much as I possibly can, I will now shut my big claptrapper about this subject, and we will move on to something entertaining. Guys, if you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button, a good hard smash, as well as subscribe, share, and yell my name to everybody you know, because I would love to see more of you around here. If you would like on the moment details about what's going on with anything in the game or the DDoS situation or whatnot like that, please, I invite you to come to my live stream on Twitch. Same name as my channel. The link is in every video description. And I will give you that real-time information as it comes into me. All right, I start my live stream around 9:30 to 10 p.m. Eastern Time. Again, I'm in Ohio, so I'm on Eastern Time, and that's about when I start the stream. Questions there, by all means, come, visit the stream, hit me up, hang out for a while. There's a lot of good people there. Until next time, this is Skelemystyk reminding you that whatever else you do, always love the game. Peace. Hey, what's up, your Skelemystyk? As promised, at last, we are having the details update vid for the Everyone Wins giveaway. While this dragon flames some gobblers behind me. I should say goblins. Anyway, we are having an update vid for the Everyone Wins giveaway.